Hello, 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 and good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, wherever you are. Yes, welcome back again. Welcome back again. And yes, we do have some issues technically, and I think we still do have the same problem with the video and the live stream. Yeah, somehow the tech team they're having issues with the video, of the live stream, and can't seem to be seeing, ourselves. So yeah, yes. All right. Okay. I think we got it back. Yeah, we got it back. All right. So, all right. Now, yes, welcome back, everyone. Yeah, despite all the challenges, today we have two wonderful guests from the United States, and yes, they have some amazing stories to tell us about their experience with iTeraCare. And first of all, let me give a warm welcome to our first guest, Ms Renee McLaughlin. And she has been a health and fitness professional for over 30 years. Yes, she doesn't look it, definitely. She has a Master of Science degree in Natural Health, is a quantum biofeedback practitioner, and a movement educator. So can we please give a warm welcome to Mrs. Whoa, wow. It should be Miss, all right? It should be Miss. So sorry.
All
Yeah.
good, all good.
All good, yes. So how are you? How are you?
I am so great. Thank you so much, Dr.
Yes,
James. And listen, tech happens, everybody understands it, and
I
we're
know.
just cruising through because our information is just too good to keep back.
I know,
So
I know.
there
Well,
you
good to
have
have you.
it.
Good to have you here today, Renee. And please tell us, how did you hear about iTeraCare and what made you decide, to become really, really passionate about it? All right. So these are two questions, basically.
They are indeed. Well, thank you again. And it's such an honor and a pleasure to be here. And I found out about the wand from one of my dear, dear friends, Cheryl Canarium. And I'm just going to do a quick shout out to Cheryl and her beautiful sidekick, Rob. And Cheryl and I have been friends for years, and we both share just a love of health, wellness, frequency, all that good stuff. So she was having some issues with an arm. She couldn't raise her arm very high, and she couldn't figure it out. Nothing was really working. And in a frequency group that she had been in, somebody was talking about it. So she thought, heck, you know what? It's pretty affordable. And she was going to try it. So she got it and started using it. And within just a few days, she was able, not all the way, but to really get some more movement into that arm.
Wow.
And that just convinced her. So she called me and said, Renee, I really think that you would love this. So I took a look at it, and she put me in our group, a testimonial group, support group, and I looked at it, and I just knew I knew I had to have me a wand.
Yeah, so that's how you basically got convinced, right? And
Absolutely.
there's so many wonderful testimonials being shared by so many different people from different places, and it's just wow, mind-blowing. And you have a YouTube channel of your own, and you have got like what 11,000 plus subscribers, and you do instructional videos, and you do your own live stream and interviews, and people who have been using iTeraCare. Tell us about it. I mean, tell us why you're so passionate about doing this.
Thank you so much for asking. Well, I'm passionate about it because the more that I studied, and of course, Dr. James, your videos are always so beautiful and so inspiring and so educational. So the more that I learned about it, that the frequency, this terahertz frequency, is God's wave band, according to scientists. And I began to experience it in my own body and understand that while other types of frequency machines like Rife and some of these other things are very specific, they give very specific frequencies for specific things, that is not what we have with our iTeraCare devices. What we have is just this basic, beautiful waveband that our body, it's native to the body. It really helps the body heal itself. So the one thing that I would just love people that are watching this just to understand this, and that is our bodies are so, they're just so amazingly, breathtakingly brilliant. I mean, when you really just stop to think about what are all the things that are happening in our bodies every single second of the day without us consciously having to make it happen, right? Our gastrointestinal system, we're digesting, our blood pH is being balanced, our fascia is working here and there to keep us standing up. We have the neuroconnections going on. I mean, all this is just happening all at once, every second of the day. The body is breathtakingly brilliant. And now, but what happens is over time, we live in such toxic environments, right? Just between the food, the water, our emotions, the stress, we don't need to go on about that, right?
Yeah.
The energy in our cells starts to get depleted, just like our cell phones, right? At the end of the day, the cell phone is depleted from all the stress of us using it. We have to plug it back in. So how can we get a battery pack to plug back into our bodies to allow our bodies to have the energy that it needs to really allow us to function holistically and beautifully and with unimpeded, right? Beautiful flow. That is the possibility of the wand. When we turn that blower on and allow those frequencies to be absorbed by this beautiful body, the body is able to then charge up those batteries. The body then is able to heal itself.
In other words, Renee, the body knows what to do. Once you charge it up, right? You use the right word. You have to charge it up, right? So our cells will then function more efficiently and the body will know what to do.
The body heals itself. And we're so clear, all of us are very clear, this is not a medical device. We can't really think about it in terms of how we might think about medical treatments. Those are beautiful, they're powerful, we love them, right? So this is not an instead of, this is just a beautiful integration over the other things that we're doing. We're just giving the body the frequencies it needs to heal itself. And here's another thing that's really important for people to understand. The body takes the frequency and it has its own priority of healing, right? Not our ego's priority of healing all the time. So I say that because, look, we are so excited when somebody, gets a treatment and they have a pain or something going on in their body and they get like, we see them all the time. Oh, I blew for 15 minutes and my back pain went away or whatever it is. That is so exciting because it shows the possibilities of the healing. But what's really important for people to understand is if you turn on the blower for 15 minutes and that same pain that you might have in the same place doesn't go away, it does not mean that it's not working, right? Because the body cannot but help take these beautiful frequencies and start balancing, unblocking energy flow. It's going to have its own priority of healing based on what the body knows you actually need in that moment. So when you turn it on, just love the fact that you are giving your body beautiful healing frequencies and the body is taking them and healing it, but do it with understanding that it's its priority of healing. And then pay attention. Pay attention to all the things that you're noticing are changing. And sometimes things can get just a little bit we would consider it worse. Perhaps maybe a rash shows up, or maybe you get a little bit of a headache, but get excited because that shows that the body is healing. Sometimes the body has to heal in this way, detox and get rid of some of the things that are stopping, but keep going, keep drinking the water, keep blowing, maybe cool down and maybe do the blowing about half of what you're doing, but keep going, because when you get to the other side, you're not going to believe how beautiful and incredible you feel.
Yeah.
So, right?
I've watched some of your videos on your YouTube channel, and a lot of instructional videos that you've done. Thousands of viewers, So I always believe that when there are thousands of viewers, means you've said something right that resonates with a lot of people's beliefs. And the good thing about what you've done is that you're actually educating them, you're teaching them, you're encouraging them, you're giving them hope. And that alone it's huge, And in your involvement with iTeraCare devices, I would say, because there are 3, what would be your most fulfilling testimony? Because you have also interviewed a lot of people, what is it that you have seen that is just so simply just blow you away? Tell us about it.
Oh my gosh, there's just so many. And for some people, we think that it has to be this huge thing, but for everybody, any result, any benefit is just breathtaking to me. So I have one just for my own, in my own father, who had some beautiful skin healing situations happen. That was just breathtaking. So of course, that's personal to me. That was very exciting. Something like one of the women had a trigger finger, right? And she could not bend her finger. Now, for some of us, we're like, yeah, okay, it's not life-threatening, but it can stop people from having a quality of life. And in just, I think it was almost like 2, maybe 1 or 2 treatments, all of a sudden she could straighten her finger. I mean, that can be so huge for people. And I know I interviewed Rebecca, and I believe she might be on here with you as well, Dr. James, and she's a massage therapist and an energy healer. And she requires, she needs to be able to use her body and use her hands in order to help other people. And she's been getting just an amazing, amazing results as well. So again, big things, small things that take time to heal, things that only take a short period of time, it just doesn't matter. It's all healing. And also I want to mention this additional thing, and that is, I believe my experience with the devices is it doesn't only heal at the physical level, right? That's something that's so tangible for people. I have a pain 1 minute, now my pain is not there. I'm not noticing the pain, but it actually heals you at all 3 of our levels of being. So it does heal physical. It can also heal emotions, and it can heal at the spiritual level if that's something else that you are watching and are interested in. So I've also seen some really beautiful emotional responses to it. So a lot of our traumas, emotions, we know all get stuck in our fascia, in our tissues. There's a saying in the healing world, the issue's in your tissue. And so when you start to wand, you might also find sometimes that emotions come up. Perhaps out of nowhere, you just want to cry. Sometimes you just want to laugh. And so I'm just going to encourage you, when that happens, allow that emotion, energy and motion to come up and be processed through the body. You don't need to create a story around it. You don't need to understand what it is. It doesn't matter. Allow it to flow. And we all know that after we have just this big belly laugh or this big sobbing cry, we just feel so much better, because it's one of the ways that the body can release energy and tensions to create much more healing at all the different levels. So feelings of well-being can be a huge benefit as well.
Well, as I've always said before, I mean, nothing is too small. I mean, for a guy who cannot bend down and tie his shoelace, I mean, it's huge when he can do that, you know. So
Yes.
no pain is too small for anybody. And you're talking about the lady who couldn't, you know. So there's a lot of things that happens to all of us that we don't know. And I believe over the years, because of the food intake and the pollutants and all those things entering our body is filled with, laden with all the toxins, and it's crying out for help. It's really crying out for help. And thank goodness we have this wonderful device that, you know, can actually enhance the frequency in our cells and allow our body to work more efficiently. So
Beautiful.
what would be your advice, before, you know, we end the interview with you? What would be your advice for people who are watching right now and thinking of whether they should try it, buy it, or yeah, what would be your advice for them?
You know, again, if you have that feeling in your gut, right, that you just know that this is going to work, you absolutely want to do it. It cannot not work. So even if you've been struggling with health issues for a very long time, I know I had chronic illness for a long time, and it comes to a point sometimes that you just feel like nothing's going to help. You start to lose hope. Please go and get one of these devices. It's relatively affordable. I say that because I know there are people in the world that, you know, don't have the benefit of being able to afford it, but for a lot of us, it's affordable. Just try it. There is hope. It cannot not work for you. There is hope. So please give it a try. And I do want to just mention one other thing, Dr. James, before we get off, and that is Prife International has also given us another incredible, beautiful healing tool in our 7 Wonders water bottle. This is a beautiful tool to be able to now add healing dissolved hydrogen and the minerals in an alkaline form. This is another beautiful way to give your body what it needs to offset the toxicity, to offset the stress, and to work together with the wand to truly create an internal healing environment so that we give our bodies everything that it needs. It gives us a chance to really heal from a deep, deep cellular level. So if you're on the fence, please do it. When you get the wand, you guys just keep it simple. Don't, get our basic rules, use those basic rules, and then just play and have an open heart and know that whatever you're doing with the wand, you can't do it wrong. Just turn it on and blow.
You can't get it wrong. Just blow.
You can't get it wrong.
All right. Thank you so much, Renee. You have been awesome.
You.
And keep doing whatever you're doing.
I can't stop, right? Dr. James.
All right. So thank you so much for being with us, and on behalf of Prife International, the management, we appreciate you. All right. So we hope to see you again soon. So thank you. Right. So there you hear it from Ms. Renee from the United States. And now we have another wonderful sharing. And this is from Mrs. Nadeen Palmer from New York. So can we please welcome our next guest? And you have to unmute Mrs. Nadeen. And welcome. Nothing can stop us, right? Your story has to be told. All right.
Yeah, I'm not sure how good I'll be after Renee, but she was great.
Well, I think you just speak from your heart and please tell us. I know the story already, but please share with us why you got involved and why did you buy this iTeraCare device?
Well, my sister invited me to a group on Facebook. And so I went and joined that group, and I just started reading and watching videos, and I just knew that we had to try one of these because my husband has a lot of issues that other things haven't worked for. So I thought, what the heck? Had to try it. So
can you please elaborate on the issues that your husband was having? Can you please tell us?
Well, he's always worked hard all his life because we started out as dairy farmers, and He works long hours, doing a lot of physical labor. And so his rheumatoid arthritis was getting to him, high blood pressure. So because of his rheumatoid arthritis, he went to a specialist, and they put him on methotrexate, and that was ruining his kidneys. And nobody seemed to notice that his blood work that he had to have done every month because of being on this medicine, and it was like on top of a lot of other medicines. And so I was watching his blood work because of everything is on a computer now. You can see the results, you can print them out, you can see a graph that shows what they've been doing over a long period of time. And I noticed his kidney levels were stage 3 chronic kidney failure. And there was a lot of other highs by a lot of other of his blood work. And so I thought, what the heck, can't hurt to try this. So I bought one, and it was delivered the 1st of July. And he just went from, I still want him because he knows how to do it, knows where to put, it's like, I knew nothing when I first started with this. So I just, where I thought his kidneys were, which they're not where I thought they were.
You blew it anyway around there, right?
Yeah, I did, everywhere on his body.
Anatomy 101, right? Google it.
Well, not so much that. I just, because I didn't even think of that at the time, but I put on his thyroid, I put it on his stomach, on his back. I just wanted no certain way, only maybe 3 to 4 times that whole month of July. And then we went on vacation for 10 days. And when he got back is when he went for his blood work again, the middle of August. And his kidney levels had gone down to normal renal function.
Wow.
And
really? Normal renal
huge.
function.
And that's what I wanted. I was hoping that it would fix. And he just had blood work done again a couple of weeks ago, and it's still so. He didn't change diet. He didn't change what he was doing. So I swear that it has to be the wand.
Did he drink the water, or was it just blowing? Did he charge the water?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. We started that right at first. Okay. And I was more using it on me, different areas. It was before I seen the first 10-step protocol, because there's a lot of information.
I know the 10 steps. Yeah. The brochure. Okay.
Yeah. And so I was just doing it wherever, mainly because of the arthritis in my hands. But
you had arthritis yourself, and your husband had rheumatoid arthritis, right? Okay.
Right. And I've never been like diagnosed, but I know my joints hurt, and I know there's like arthritis in there. So I'm not sure which kind. But
you drank the water, and you just blew it on the area of discomfort or pain.
Yeah. Yep. And so I drink the water all day long. He will drink it because he's not in here all day like I am, but he will drink it in the morning. He drinks it at lunchtime, and then at night he will drink it. And we had a conversation earlier about whether to drink cold water, warm water. I know from just past that drinking warm water is good for you, that it doesn't upset the enzymes in your stomach and all the other things that go along with it. But so I have it on my counter, room temperature. I blow a pitcher of water every day, and we drink that every day. So it's room temperature, and he's one to add a slice of lemon and ice cubes, but they still seem to, it still seems to work. So
Yeah.
it's like Renee said, you can't go wrong. You can't do it wrong.
I know. And what happened to your arthritis? I mean, was it relieved?
Yes. A lot of areas, you know, and it comes and goes, but it helps. I can tell the inflammation and the water retention. It's amazing how it works.
Yeah. And what about the rheumatoid arthritis of your husband? I mean,
well, different areas. It's helping because I think it goes where it's needed, but he's had it for so long that it's taking time.
Yes.
And but it's, I think it most times it's helping. I'm looking into areas, and I'm not sure if this is, but I see more acupuncture points. It's got to all help. So I am looking into those points to try to help him with those areas.
Yeah.
To just, the nights are the worst. So I'm looking for insomnia. I'm looking for the aches.
Okay. Well, I mean, it has really helped both of you significantly already, just based on what you have told us. And the marvelous thing is the renal, the kidneys are back to normal, and that's very important for him. Aside from this, are there any other testimonials of, you know?
Yeah, for him too, his glucose levels were always high. They some of his other blood work, I haven't really Googled them yet to see, okay, what does that mean or whatever. But everybody knows glucose. You've heard it for years and years. Sugar, you know, you don't want diabetes, you know. But so his glucose levels were 111, and I mean, there's so many. There's a cutoff that says 99, but it used to be higher. So when it went down to 90, at least he doesn't have an H by it anymore. So, I mean, I you know, didn't want it to progress. So I asked the doctor, and well, it's not high enough for medication yet. Well, I don't want him to take any more medication. I want to help him.
Naturally.
Yep.
And well, since you got a device in July, so continue to use it, and for both of you, and drink the charged water, and I'm sure it will continue to improve. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Right.
And my focus now too is to help other people.
Yeah, that's why we were sharing, right? And how you're promoting it now.
Yes.
That's really nice.
And everybody that has received theirs loves it, and so it can't all be wrong. And you know, they ask a lot of questions, and that's the thing, is you can't do it wrong. You can't
do it wrong. I mean, just imagine you blew at the different side of the kidney, and it still works, right? So
yeah. Yeah. And some people ask me about the water, and I said, well, start there. You know, you might not see what it's helping with because it's internal, but it's going to help you. And just blow anywhere. You know where you ache, so start there.
Wow. Amazing. Very powerful sharing, Mrs. Nadeen. And on behalf of the management, thank you so much for coming forward and share your story, because I believe someone out there watching this you know, live stream or recorded version, I think will probably give it a try. And many people have asked me about arthritis and rheumatoid arthritis. And here today, you have shared both. So
Yeah,
I hope that will
it's
enlighten the
working.
people to at least give it a shot, right?
Mhm.
And yeah, we cannot thank you enough, really. So thank you
Well-
once again, and continue to use the iTeraCare and also Seven Wonders if you haven't, maybe that will.
I have the ion shield.
You have the iron
I-
shield. That's nice.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is
it's
great.
I'm glad these devices came to us. And I think that it's only up from here
I know.
in the United States.
I know. I'm really happy to hear about what he has done for you and your husband.
Yes, thank you.
I look forward to more amazing results to your friends and loved ones.
Mhm.
So thank you, Mrs. Nadeen, and
Thank you.
we appreciate so much. So there you hear it, guys. I mean, we hear it first from Ms. Renee and also Mrs. Nadeen. Thank you so much, both of you, for coming to our live stream. And nothing can stop us, right? Nothing can stop. Even the technical issues cannot stop us. All right. So for those of you who are watching, thank you so much for your patience, and I hope that you will give the wonderful device a try. Okay, if you haven't got one, give it a try, because I think it's gonna be fantastic for you. So thank you so much, and all the very best to everyone. And also thank you, both of you. Bye.
Have a great day.
Medical disclaimers. iTera Classic and iTera Pro are not medical devices. The information provided on our website is for educational purposes only and does not substitute for professional medical advice. Please consult a medical professional or healthcare provider if you are seeking medical advice, diagnoses, or treatment. PRIEF International shall not be liable for risks or issues associated with using or acting upon the information on our website. PRIEF International shall not be liable or responsible for the actions, misrepresentations, or negligence of our members who are independent contractors.